Hi all, in this ICP we have learned about the object-oriented Python, NumPy package and also the web scraping. So this has been explained with the help of the programming for it. So the first program is to create a class employee and do these things. So here is the programming for it. So this is the one. So here in this first I have defined the class with the name employee, and we have created the members in it for to count the number of employees and their total salary. And next the constructor is defined giving the properties like name, family, salary and the department. Here they are being initialized. And next in order to calculate the average salary of the employees, a function is being defined, that is get average underscore salary. So the formula is written for it in order to print the output. Now here itself is used to display the information of the employee which is being declared over there. So next another class full-time employee is created with the same attributes of the employee class. So the same thing is defined here, and here too we are creating the instances for both the classes. So the E1 and E2 are two instances which are created for the employee class, and E3 and E4 are the instances which are created for the full-time employee class. So here I am giving the data for E1 and E2 with the whole data of the employee as defined in this: the name, the family, the salary and the department. So at the last we are getting the average of all the employees of the salary. Now I'm running this code. So here we can see the output. So here I have given the 4 employee names and their details. So the average so the number of employees is 4 and the average salary is being printed over here. So the next one is the web scraping. So in this we need to create a program that will parse an wiki page, that is this is the HTML page which we need to parse it and get the links and tag them using href, and all those links will be saved to an file. So this is the main objective. So here is the web scraping program. So here first web scraping is a computer software technique which is used for extracting the information from the websites. So it usually takes the URLs to scrape the data. It helps to transform the unstructured data on the websites like the HTML format into an structured data. So here in order to get the data, pass the data from this website, we are using the Beautiful Soup library. This library is used for extracting the HTML and XML files. So we are importing the library first here and importing the request. So in order to store the links in a separate file, I have opened a file with the name destination.txt. I'm writing that links to in that file. So here the Beautiful Soup passes the HTML page of the link provided in the above. Here it prints the title of the website or the web page of it, and next it finds all the hyperlinks with the tag as A, and from all those we are getting the link destination with the help of href. So all these are printed at the output and we are storing it in the file destination. Here I am running the code. So this is being executed. So it gives all the data. So here it gives the title of the web page and then all the tags and all the links in it. The same data is being stored in the folder destination. If I click the destination here, So here I can see all the data which is being stored. The same is visible over here. This is how the web scraping is done for a sample HTML page. And the next one is to NumPy. Here it is used to create a random vector with 50 with the size of 15 having so sorry, this is not the one. Okay. So here NumPy, we are creating a vector of size 20, wherein it has range from 1 to 20 values, and it has to be reshaped to 4:4, that is with 4 rows and 5 columns. So this is here I'm importing the package NumPy. First we need to ensure that whether the NumPy package is been installed in it properly. So once after it is being done, we are importing the package of it and initializing the defining the vector for all the values. Here np.random, it takes the random values from 1 to 20, because the range is defined as 1 to 20. It takes the 20 values from it and it prints those values. And next then we are reshaping the array to 4 rows and 5 columns with the help of our dot reshape 4,5 command. So then we are printing the 4,5 array. And next the thing is we need to reset the maximum value in a row to as 0. X axis equal to 1, keep them equal to true. If the highest value in a row, that has to be replaced with 0. So after replacing, what would be, that is also been printed. I'm running this. So here we can see the values. Since I have given uniform, it takes the float values. So here we can see that it has got all the 20 values, random values. So whenever I run these values, it's not the same values I get all the time. It gives the random values. So from this it is been reshaped to 4 rows and 5 columns. Here we can see this is the first row, second row, third row and fourth row, and we have 5 columns here. So after replacing the maximum value with 0, so here if we can see in this 4:5 vector, here the maximum value is 13.37. so here that is been replaced with 0. Similarly in the next line it is 18, that is replaced with 0. The other line is also 18, it is replaced with 0. In the last fourth row, the highest value is 15.65, so that is also been replaced with 0. So I can even run it again. So all the time it takes the random values. Here you can see it again. There are again another different values which it has been taken. So that is how this random vector or this function works out. So this is how we have executed all these 3 tasks in this ICP. Thank you.